This week at Tomley's. I haven't done one of these for, I want to say, over a year, I think. Anyway, welcome back. I've got a few things to talk about today. Not so much about what I'm doing or what's coming up, which is generally what the This Week at Tomley's is all about. We will touch on that, but I've got two things I want to talk about. Now, the main topic and title of this video, we'll get onto that in a minute, but what I want to chat about first is down there. I purposely didn't title the video with anything to do with this because, well, it's a Traxxas. People don't like it when I'm mean to them. Not to them, mean to Traxxas. I didn't want to get accused of rage baiting, which I probably have already done anyway. The Mini Max. Was this the biggest flop from Traxxas in a long time? This one actually looks a lot worse than what it was. I've had to take the diff out and steal some other bits off it. It wasn't completely destroyed. I bought, when the Mini Max was released, I bought about 5. There's another one in bits in here. That's 2. I must have got rid of more than what I thought. There's none down there. Just so you know, while we're here, I've got a few bits ready for this. I know everyone's been waiting for it. The 1/4 scale, like 80s 4-wheel drive, chain driven beast. Anyway, I have got some bits coming for that, so hoping to get onto that very soon. The weather is really good at the moment, so everything's drying up because I want nice dry, like grass and dirt to run it in. The reason I'm saying was it one of the biggest flops, because I follow, I'm on 2 pages on Facebook. Obviously, I follow a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I've not seen a lot on these at all. And the only things I have seen on them is people upgrading them with like literally every single upgrade you can think of. And a lot of it I don't think is Traxxas stuff. A lot of it I've seen is, I think it's GPM do a lot of stuff. So people are upgrading them with cheaper aftermarket parts. And although for me, I pushed them all to the side and I kind of forgot about them. I still have seen some issues with things breaking, particularly people that are buying them stock. First one they've got, running out of the box, and they're still having issues. But the clincher for me is that when I was watching one of Kevin Talbot's videos the other day, he was talking about the Max, or the Mini Max. He's a massive fan of the X Max. He's a massive fan of the Max. He doesn't like this either. If Kevin Talbot isn't liking a Traxxas, it must be bad. Oh, and I nearly forgot the main reason I wanted to talk about the Mini Max, because I'd seen that there may be a Mini XRT coming out, and it might have VXL system in it, which was the biggest problem for me. And we're not getting into that, but that was the main reason why the Mini Max was in my head. And I'm a great salesman. I've just told you how bad I think this was, and it was a flop. And now I'm going to tell you that there's a link in the description where you can get one for free. So I think this is my very last brand new one, in the blue, never run, as it comes out of the box, and it's free, 100% free. It's completely fair as well. Everyone is entitled to 1 ticket and 1 ticket only. You can't go on there and buy like 200 tickets, 1 ticket each, brand new, out of the box, Mini Max. So that's one of the main stories out of the way. Let's just have a look at what's been going on, and then we'll talk about big model shops stealing money off people. Hopefully you've seen the NASCAR video. This thing, it looks so good, and I was a little bit disappointed with how that video went, because I wanted this thing just doing like little rolling burnouts, but the Goodyear Eagle tyres, they don't smoke very well, and obviously I made a massive mistake with the rear diff. But absolutely awesome thing. Got a few more plans for that. This is something I've not spoke about yet. This is BRX 02 from Boom Racing. This actually was the original one, just a normal 4-wheel drive, and it's got the optional 6-wheel drive kit on the back. They did bring out a 6-wheel drive after this, but I've had this a long time. Anyway, this 6x6 is not going to be a crawler. That's all I'm saying. There's something special I'm doing with this, or going to try and do special. So from NASCARs to 6x6 not crawlers that are crawlers, to an underwater drone. You get everything on this channel, right? So this thing, 5Fish or Fish 5 Evo, 4K camera, big LED lights, fully submergible. It's like a real drone. It goes everywhere, and it can just sit in the water and hold its position. Really good. I've got the claws for it, and this is for a very particular video, potentially, that's happening in a few months. with another YouTuber, an automotive YouTuber, quite a well-known one in the UK. There is going to be a video a little bit sooner than that of the unboxing. I've already taken it out once. We've done some stuff, some cool stuff with it, and I'm going out again this week with it because the weather's good. So we're going to see if we can find something a little bit more interesting than just like a dog toy. Talking of videos with other YouTubers, I've potentially got another video using this, not with a YouTuber as such, but it's with someone who is quite well known to work with another YouTuber, again, an automotive YouTuber. Mess. SCS6, it's been sat there 2, maybe more years. Something going on with that. Load of upgrades there that I've had for ages, and a very special body. Hopefully that's going to be a fun build. On the subject of fun, nearly finished a video for this. This is the BT01 from Tamiya. Box art apart from a little bit of sparkle in the body, but video coming of that probably this week on the main channel. Can you see your stickers on there, any of you? Not much going on there. Cool wall, still looking good. Right, the 1JZ Hilux. I've got a clutch for it. It's there. There's the clutch for it. Did take it to Jap Fest in the UK at Silverstone. Very nice. It got a fair bit of attention, which was nice. I've put the new steering wheel in, so we've got a new steering wheel. Hit and miss with some people. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it's cool. I had to extend the gear stick because it was a little bit low, so I thought a poker ball was good to put on top. And to go with that theme, I've got a Game Boy Color that sits up there, which is a GPS speedo. The clocks on this are in kilometers. They read slightly slow as well because of the wheel size. So I've got a GPS speedo there, which is a Game Boy Color. So cool. Just being used as storage at the moment, but I'm gonna get the clutch done. It's puffing out a bit of blue smoke on overrun, so I'm gonna have a look at that. It might be the turbos or something, but I've got plans for this. It's just slow going at the moment. I haven't got really time to do it all. But I do want to strip this back, check the turbos, and I may do a single turbo conversion with aftermarket management, like Haltech or something like that. That's just ongoing, and I will keep you up to date with it. I may do like a full video. Not much else going on here. Tracked, I've kind of pushed that to one side. I really liked it, but the videos didn't do all that great, or there wasn't much interest in it. I have got another video planned, but I kind of pushed it to the side for the time being. Already spoke about the quarter scale. That thing's awesome. I've got a video planned with either that or that. I'm not sure yet. Now, a lot of people said when I reviewed that, it's like, oh, well, what about the ZD Racing? You didn't mention it. And yeah, I have got one. It's here. The reason I didn't mention it, I'm not gonna start preaching about not, oh no. Consuela just crashed. Let's put you that side. Yeah, I'm not going to start preaching about Chinese knockoffs. I've got loads of them. But out of respect to Associated and to Hoonigan, I didn't mention that when I was talking about a fully licensed one because I just didn't feel it was appropriate. Call me a hypocrite, I don't care. That's why I didn't mention it. That's everything I think there. As well as the Mini Max, you can also win the infractions, both of them, the 6S and the 3S. They're not free though, they're paid ones. Right, look, I need to do these raffles so I can fix the Hilux. When I say fix, I mean upgrade it. Right, let's sit down for this. This is serious. So I had a comment on a video the other day about Rochester RC, and it was someone asking if anyone had heard anything from them, had any issues with them, because they closed down, so they shut down. And this guy had purchased an RC car and never received it and has been unable to get his money back. So I done a little bit of digging because I hadn't really taken much notice of it. I knew of them. Some of the UK YouTubers, I don't think anyone outside the UK done any videos, like sponsored videos for them, but I know RC Kicks, Pop Along, Beyond RC, they all did work with them. I don't think Kevin Talbot did. I know that he knew them quite well and had chats with them and stuff like that, but I don't know whether he'd actually physically done any work with them. But a few people had. I think they might have had some affiliate scheme. I don't know whether Rochester sent them stuff for free. I don't know whether they got a discount. I don't know the whole story of that. I did get approached and asked if I wanted to do anything, and I kind of stayed away from it because, and I'm not just saying this because of all the drama that's gone on, but I don't really do any work with any model shops. I know that I buy from different places in the UK. I generally get a lot of my stuff from Model Sport. Not affiliated with them, don't get any discount from them. I just think they're a good shop, and you buy stuff, it arrives. If there's any problems, they sort it out. I don't need to go anywhere else. Now, the hobby in the UK, the way we do things is different to the US. We don't have loads of walk-in shops. You can't just walk in to a hobby shop and there's boxes and boxes everywhere and stuff hanging all off the walls like you see the guys in the US, like Hobby Town, the Traxxas store, A-Main Hobbies, all of that. There's nowhere you can just walk in and walk around the shelves, pick a box up, go to the counter and buy it. We don't have that sort of stuff. We've got a few big model shops that have showrooms. You can go and you can look at stuff and then you can talk to them there and you can buy it there, but they have like smallish showrooms. There's a couple that have got tracks with them, but again, we don't have like the same stuff you have in the US. Most of the indoor racing, the drift tracks, they're like pop-up ones where they'll have a village hall or a school hall that they'll put the track down, do the racing, pack it up, go. So we don't have the same setup as a lot of you guys do. Now, when Rochester RC turned up, they took over, I don't know the whole history, but where they set up shop, there was already a shop there. I don't know if they bought it or whether they already owned it or whatever, but they went big. And they went big very early. I'm making some assumptions now, but they were chucking money at everything. They had this big shop. They opened a cafe. They then opened a track. They were obviously sending stuff out to YouTubers. They were at events. They were doing all this stuff, which is absolutely awesome for a hobby shop to want to get involved in the hobby, that want to like just push everything out and do everything. It's absolutely awesome that they did that. However, the UK isn't the US, and I don't know how many owners there were, but I know the director, I'm pretty sure he was from the US. I think what he did was he thought he could do the same in the UK that you do in the US, and it just doesn't work. And basically, they closed down. They obviously spent too much money, they were in debt, they tried to do crowdfunding, it didn't work. I saw some posts as well about trying to get money together, and people had issues with ordering online. They had an issue with their online like ordering software or whatever, caused a big backlog of stuff apparently. But I think they went too big, too fast. They went bust, and I think what's happened is the guy that owned it has done a runner, basically. So in the UK, you can go onto Companies House, you can type in any business and it'll give you information on them. If you go on Companies House and look at Rochester RC, it's still active. It's still showing as active. The directors, the people involved are still showing as involved, but they've disappeared. I put a post on my Facebook and I got a load of comments with a little bit more information on there, and some people saying, oh, this happened or this happened. I had some messages as well, and from what I can gather, they owe a lot of people quite a bit of money, and they've just up sticks and disappeared. Some people say they've left the country. I don't know if they just owe customers or whether they owe any of the wholesalers as well. Someone mentioned that they sold off all their stuff on eBay, shop fittings and everything, and then just disappeared. So it looks like a fair few people have lost a lot of money. I don't know what all the rules about getting refunds and if you lose money, but basically this guy said because the company's showing is still active, the bank can't help him. I think in the UK credit cards are slightly different and PayPal's different, but if you just paid for something normally on like a debit card, it's a little bit difficult. And like I said, I think they just, unfortunately, they went too big too soon and it just didn't work. It's really frustrating that they've done a runner. I think they had good intentions when they first set it up to, you know, to try and grow, but I think he was just maybe a little bit too confident. People do say in business, you have to try these things, you have to take these risks, but when other people lose out, it's not great, is it? Anyway, on that bombshell, that's it for this week at Tomley's. I might try and get a few more videos up more regularly. I say that quite often and I don't, but it's because I like to concentrate on the main channel, but I might throw some more bits and pieces up on here in the next coming weeks. Anyway, next video on the channel, I think it's that. I can't show you yet, but I'm not exactly sure on the release date.